Homosexuality in the Church has been a topic of heated debate for many years. Some Christians believe that being gay is a sin, while others argue that love is love, regardless of gender. The Bible has been used to support both sides of the argument, with some pointing to verses in Leviticus and Romans that condemn homosexuality, while others focus on the teachings of Jesus about love and acceptance. One of the main arguments against homosexuality in the Church is that it goes against the traditional teachings of the Bible. Leviticus 18:22 states, "You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination." This verse is often cited by those who believe that being gay is a sin. Similarly, Romans 1:26-27 condemns homosexual acts, describing them as unnatural and shameful. On the other hand, many Christians argue that these verses are taken out of context and do not accurately reflect the teachings of Jesus. They point to passages like Matthew 22:37-40, where Jesus says, "Love your neighbor as yourself," and John 13:34-35, where he commands his followers to love one another. These verses emphasize the importance of love and acceptance, regardless of sexual orientation. Another argument against homosexuality in the Church is that it goes against the traditional family structure. Some Christians believe that marriage should only be between a man and a woman, as outlined in Genesis 2:24, which states, "Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." This view is often used to justify opposition to same-sex marriage and relationships. However, many Christians argue that the definition of family has evolved over time and that love is the most important factor in a relationship, not gender. They point to examples in the Bible of non-traditional families, such as Ruth and Naomi, who were not related by blood but were devoted to each other. They also argue that the Bible does not explicitly condemn loving, committed same-sex relationships. The debate over homosexuality in the Church is further complicated by the issue of discrimination and exclusion. Some Christians believe that LGBTQ+ individuals should be welcomed and accepted in the Church, while others argue that they should not be allowed to participate in certain roles or ceremonies. This has led to division and conflict within many congregations, with some churches becoming more inclusive and others becoming more exclusive. Ultimately, the debate over homosexuality in the Church comes down to interpretation of the Bible and personal beliefs. Some Christians believe that being gay is a sin and should be condemned, while others believe that love is love and should be celebrated. Both sides have valid arguments based on their understanding of Scripture and their own experiences. As the debate continues, it is important for Christians to engage in respectful dialogue and seek understanding from those with different perspectives. Ultimately, the goal should be to create a church that is welcoming and inclusive to all, regardless of sexual orientation. Love and acceptance should be at the forefront of our faith, guiding us in our interactions with others and shaping our understanding of what it means to be a follower of Christ.